Shalom, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honors unto the elder apostles and elder bishops, and brothers who teach at Great Millstone, and likewise doctrine. Salutations to the elect. This is your brother Rabbi Yamya, here to share another lesson. And title of this lesson, may call it prophecy is why these things are happening. And the inspiration for this lesson came when I was listening to this truck driver called Big Water Genius. He did a video yesterday called "A Good Man is a Fool to Get Married Nowadays. She Will Leave You Guaranteed." Right? And I listened to the whole video yesterday, and he was explaining how women get bored in long-term relationships, and it's just a matter of time before they leave. And he also played a few clips of women on there who were married to so-called good men, men who will provide us good good men to have children and a family with, good men who would stay, so to speak, you understand? And you had women advising other women that it is okay to leave the so-called good man, the man who is not abusing them, you're knocking them upside the head and all this other stuff. He's a father, you know what I'm saying? And that she should seek her happiness, and that is okay to leave a good man. And it had one broad on there was talking about how she's writing a book on how to leave a good man. You understand? So in this society, everything is upside down, man. Right is left, left is right, down is up, and up is down. Uprightness is seen as wickedness, and wickedness is seen as righteousness. You understand? This place is down. And they don't do these things to the men that they desire, that don't really want any long-term connections with them, i.e. family, marriage, so on and so forth. They do these things, or they ruin the lives, or they divorce the men who are so-called good men to them, men who would help them when they're sick. And this is the thing, we don't see the things that are around the corner. The men that they are attracted to and who they don't give as much trouble to, those men don't help them when they get sick. The husband, the long-term boyfriend or whatever, is the one that stays with them, and they don't see these things. Sicknesses and accidents can befall us at any time, and the Most High uses these things to humble both men and women, and they don't see it. Right? But these things are happening because it's prophecy. I know it's going to hurt a lot of men and women, like why they can't have families as in times of old. But those days are done, man. Prophecy is moving. The days are moving fast. The Most High, He's about to sweep up His elect. He is tired of this place. He's tired of the wickedness in the hearts of men that is going on, the adulteries. He's just tired. You understand? So He's speeding things up to bring the society to an end, bring Esau's rulership to an end. So the fact that women are leaving men in droves is getting ready to kick in for the prophecies that are to happen. You may not like it, but prophecy prophecy must take place. The word of Yahweh Shai doesn't return unto him void. Right? So the first portion of scripture I'm going to share is in the book of Habakkuk, the second chapter and the second verse. I'm going to read the first one. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, right, as a watchman, so you could see. I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered and said, write the vision, right, where He told him, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Right? So with haste, once he find out what he read, to run with it with haste, and this is what the prophets do. right? Once they get the understanding of the word, they go out there, they stand on the highways and the byways, and they preach, they teach, they exhort, so on and so forth. And then when they are in their households, they do these sit-downs, these apostles, these live chats, these live shows, so on and so forth, right? So this is what we are doing. Lord willing, I'll be numbered amongst them and the elect as well. Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry, right? So it's not lingering and stuff anymore. It was always coming. Most I gave man time and space, to do him, to also to repent, to seek Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? So these women think that the grass is green on the other side, not knowing that prophecy is happening and judgment is coming upon Babylon and her citizens, right? And the tutors amongst all people that have bought into and accepted and drank the wine of this place. Right, so women are leaving men, they are leaving good men. A good man is a fool to get married nowadays. She will leave, you guarantee. Right, if she don't leave in 7 months, she may leave in a year, 3 years, so on and so forth. On his particular video, you had women that were married 22 years, over 20 years. But they say half of that they wasn't happy so far. So 22 years, which means around 10, 11 years, which these women, they testify to this, that they were unhappy. But I guess financially, whatever was the holdback at that particular point in time, they didn't want it to uproot the family and the men's lives. Maybe the finances or whatever wasn't enough for where she could separate and live a great life at that halfway point. But now, at the cost of 22 years, they believe that it's okay, for them to leave now. So you have a lot of people that is married that are unhappy and are considering divorce. And what was crazy in one of the videos, one of the men one of the husbands that got served with a divorce, he said the week prior, he went on vacation with his wife and they had a good time. But at least according to him, he had a good time. But in her mind, she was getting ready to serve him with divorce papers. So you see the treachery of these women and people in society. You understand? So they are separating themselves from good men because the men that they desire for the trails and all of that don't want them long term. You understand? Which plays into Isaiah 3. Because there's a reason why these things are happening. So it's plain, it's prophecy. Yeah, a lot of men and women would be angry, especially young men coming up. You went to school, you went to trade school, you have a good job, you're considering a little missus that you see, you want to take on dates, get married to her one day. And these are the promises of things that are to come. All right, these are things that a lot of men will have to look forward to. And it will cause a lot of men to be cold-hearted towards these women in the end. All right. All right. So these are the things that's going to come upon men that's going to create even more scarcity. So these women think that by divorcing or leaving these so-called good men, these quote-unquote good men, right, that they will be okay, that there will be other men or greener pastures for them to jump into. No. This is Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25. And this is leading up to Isaiah 4 and 1, the things that's going to happen, right, concerning the daughters of Zion, you Israelite women. All right, now you could read all the way up from verse 16, but I'm just going to prove the point. There'll be a scarcity of men for these women to hop around too. So it says here, chapter 3 and verse 25, and it says, thy men shall fall by the sword, and the mighty in war, right? So a lot of men is going to be killed both in the civil wars, crimes, blackouts, economic upheaval, right? Protests, and your various wars, civil wars, international wars, various battles. So a lot of women, they ain't gonna have that covering or that protection that they do now. Verse 26, and her gates shall mourn, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she will regret, right? And she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. So she's gonna be in a very low state when these things happening. But they don't see it coming, man. You know what I mean? Rather than staying with that man and building with that man and seeing how can they obtain, salvation, she following and obeying him, and he seeking Yahweh Shem Yahushai for help, righteousness, guidance, and support. You understand? But they don't see it, man. So it's happening because of our prophecy's sake. So don't be angry at prophecy. It's gonna happen. We have to accept it. And we have to humble ourselves with it, and so will you. Alright? This will take me to Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. And in that day shall 7 women take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And this is ultimately going to fall at the hand of the elect men, right? The priests and prophets, and the ones that follow and believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But there will also be a rejecting of these women because, like they say, it's okay to leave and divorce a good man. What happens to a man in a divorce? His life is upended, right? In extreme cases, there's a domestic violence or accusation thereof, right? So now he has to go to court. There may be arrest if he's not careful. Lies are told. He may lose his job, right? His finances would be in disarray for a time. You understand? All these things, and the children are caught in the middle. And they say that it's okay to leave a good man. They are encouraging other younger women to do it, where there's a scarcity of good men already. And they are encouraging women. See how stupid this place is and these people are? They're encouraging women to leave good men. You understand? So brothers is going to do a lot of rejecting in that day because the Most High is going to put the spirit on them to know these women's history and what they did. And they're going to come with their gooey eyes and their soft speech and their seducing speech, to brothers, but brothers won't have it. Brothers would be turning them down left and right. And then to the Most High going to be judging these women too at the same time. You understand? For their wickedness. So these things must come. Alright, and I'll end in the book of 2nd Ezra. Yeah, so don't get mad, man. Understand, a lot of brothers, a lot of men wanna have families, and women too, y'all wanna good husband. But these are the things that's happening, and these are the things that is being shown on the internet. Look at brothers' videos, barely get any views. But these videos about leaving good men and how to divorce a good man and all of that, thousands upon thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views. And you have a lot of people agreeing in the comment section with these videos as well. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 33. It says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. See? Potential husbands. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. The daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Alright? In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So there is going to be a great shortage, a great scarcity of men in these last days. Alright? Now, I rarely do videos on women, but I saw this video yesterday, and when I just got up, the Spirit told me to do a lesson on that video that you saw by the truck driver. you know, yeah, yesterday, so to Wali Abashim Shai Bashim Kakadash, that he gave me something that I was able to share with the elect, that I was able to help feed, the flock, and it gave him a great joy, to do these lessons. So things are happening because it's prophecy, man. Yes, so you can't be mad. The persecution that we are about to endure or face is all part of prophecy, right? The hour of temptation, being tested with the mark of the beast, is prophecy. Being a pilgrim upon the earth, losing things, is all part of prophecy. So we can't be mad, man. When you see things that far off happening to other people, you'd be like, man, I can't believe this person or that person is going through this or going through that. But then when you're going through certain things, you're mad, you know what I mean? So we just have to, accept, what is, the things that's going on, whether it affect others or, it affect us. You understand? So more marriages are going to end, and regardless of the scriptures, women is going to continue to divorce so-called good men, regardless of what is coming. There will be no humbling amongst them, except for the elect women. All right, to hold on to a righteous man of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, so prophecy must happen. All right, so this is your brother Rabbi Yamian, here to share another lesson. Until the next time, shalom unto you all. Shalom.